IMB is an acronym for Integrated Media Block. Essentially, every digital cinema projection system has a media block somewhere. The media block has two main purposes. One is to decrypt the content. The digital cinema package is essentially the movie that's delivered to the movie theater. And it's called a digital cinema package, and it's encrypted for security. So the first thing the media block does is it decrypts that, and then it has to decode it. Right now, digital cinema packages are encoded as JPEG 2000, and this is just like an MPEG encoding that you would see at home in MPEG 2 and MPEG 4, but the standard used in digital cinema is JPEG 2000. So the media block has to actually decrypt the security and then decode the content so that it can be played back on the projector. The reason it's called an integrated media block in this case is because it's a media block that actually slides into the card cage in the projector. Traditionally, the media block has existed in an external server outside of the digital cinema projector. But what's happening now is the industry is moving more and more towards an integrated media block configuration. This has two advantages. One, it's more secure. So the video content never has to go in the clear from the server to the projector. And secondly, it's got more bandwidth than an external server does. And the additional bandwidth allows you to do 4K or higher frame rates. Our IMB is designed and built by the same engineers that design and build the Christie projectors. So right now what's on the market are third-party integrated media blocks, and they're designed by third parties to fit and operate in all of the different DLP cinema projectors. They're not specifically designed with an awareness of the power consumption, the thermal contribution, the vibrations, the environment within the digital cinema projector, which, I mean, you've got in some cases a 6.5 kilowatt lamp burning in that projector, and there's a lot of thermal cycles, there's a lot of power being consumed in that projector, and we believe that it makes a lot of sense for the same team that designed the projector to design this card, this complex electronics board that's going to operate within the environment of that projector. A media block it's an integral part of any digital cinema projection system. The fact that it existed for the last decade or so outside of the digital cinema projector is probably a better question. It seems to me that an integrated media block is a more natural approach. It should be part of the projector to start with, and we believe that this is a core competency that we need going forward for our cinema projector line. Traditional external cinema servers with their external media blocks are right now bandwidth limited to 24 frames per second. And in 3D, that'd be 24 frames per second per eye. With an integrated media block, the media block actually sits inside the projector on the projector's backplane, and the bandwidth issues from having an external server go away. And what that means is that using an integrated media block, you can increase the frame rates up to 48, 60, and possibly beyond that should the film standards evolve to that point. I would say that anyone buying a digital cinema projector now should be buying an IMB with their projector as opposed to an external server. The IMB, like I said, it gives you two things. It gives you more security. It's a cleaner package in terms of it's just part of the projector rather than all of this electronics and security gear sitting outside of the projector. But beyond that, it also allows you to handle more data, more bandwidth. So that lets you do 4K content, and it lets you do higher frame rate content. And we all know that there's some pretty big name filmmakers right now that are shooting films at higher frame rates. One of them being Peter Jackson shooting The Hobbit for release in December of 2012 in higher frame rates. And you would need an integrated media block to play that movie back. We also know that James Cameron is planning to shoot his next Avatar sequel at higher frame rates. And again, if you want to play that movie back as the filmmaker intended, you'll need an integrated media block. This is the right choice for exhibitors right now. It gives them the flexibility in the future to use the same equipment to play back 4K content as well as high frame rate content, which may be more important than 4K right now. We know that the major filmmakers are producing They're big releases, they're major releases in higher frame rates, and without an IMB, you won't be able to exhibit, you won't be able to show, without an IMB, you won't be able to show those feature films as the director intended them to be seen. At Christie, we believe that high frame rates are going to advance the whole movie industry. By providing the technology, the expertise in high frame rates to exhibitors, it's going to give the movie-going public a more realistic experience. It's going to give filmmakers more tools in their toolbox to achieve the look and feel that they desire in their end product. Overall, by providing exhibitors with our expertise and technology to play back films at high frame rates, this is going to result in a much better experience for their audience. At the end of the day, we believe that that's going to bring people back to the cinemas. People are going to be excited about going to see a 3D film because it's just like reality.